Start to deepen into your breath. And start to settle. And feel where you're at with yourself today. In this time of still continued isolation, of continued introspection, maybe even a bit of transcendence. Let yourself start to go in. And then Instagram livers, if you're following along with the playlist, go ahead and start the I Digress track in the beginning of the Let's Try a Svadhyaya playlist. So there's these 8 limbs in yoga. And it's almost a way to live the life of, yes, a yogi, but as just a general good human. And the one we're so familiar with here in the West is the form of the asana, the physical practice, the movements. But before you even reach that asana or that limb, that's the 3rd limb, there's 2 other whole asanas, or there's 2 other whole limbs. The first is the yamas, a guideline to live by on how we treat others in the world. And the second is the niyamas, how we treat ourselves. And today, I think it makes sense to resonate with the 4th niyama, the Svadhyaya. In Sanskrit, that stands for the self-study, the self-reflection, the observation. A student in yoga or the student in life, we had this notion of questioning ourselves to explore this existential notion of the question, who am I? Who are you when a friend does you wrong? Who are you when there's no one else around to impress or put on a front? Who are you when you get praised and rewarded for a job well done? One of the students of the great Ramani Maharishi asked his teacher if his disease that was eating away at him was causing him pain. And Maharishi looked back and he said, yes, absolutely. But what's that got to do with me? Now this practice, this yoga, this allows us the space to step out of ourselves and realize that we aren't these emotions or thoughts or these feelings that come up. We're simply the beings that they're passing through. And that's what we're doing in this practice of yoga. That's what we're connecting back in with every time we step on our mat and every time we step off our mat. So let's all now begin to deepen into the breath. Start to begin to cultivate a little bit of heat by finding a little constriction at the back of your throat with your ujjayi, your strong, victorious breath. And as you're ready, raise your legs out in front of you, and maybe you grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Give it a nice lift up into the chest. It's still early, so the back of the legs might be talking to you. They might be tight. You can always bend the knees. You can always grab behind the thighs if you need a little extra support. Give it one more breath as you lift up. One more breath as you let go of the toes and come down into a low boat. Take the legs out long. Take the arms by the side or maybe even up overhead for a little bit of challenge. So you can hold it for 3 breaths. We're starting already to cultivate it. We're starting already to cultivate some of that internal spirit within. You got it. Ignite it up. Lift up. Exhale. Give it a rock back. You got a wall behind you. That's all good. Let it roll forward. Cross the ankles. Lift the palms down and then find yourself into your first downward facing dog class. The hips go high up into the sky. knees can stay bent early on in class. You might pedal it out a little side to side to see how your dog wants to wag today. And once you find some stillness and some equanimity between both sides, let yourself settle and see if the hips can come a little bit higher up into the sky. Push down equally as strongly into the inside edges of your hands, that place in between your thumb and your index finger. And then maybe even start to take the gaze back between your knees. Yeah. All right, then on a breath in, take the hips just a slightly bit higher. Exhale, dip the hips on over to the right side. Just bend into both knees and get a little opening into that whole left side body. Inhale it back through center. Let the hips come back high into the air. Exhale, dip it on over to the right. Awesome. Inhale through center. Gaze forward in between the palms. Now exhale, step or hop it forward to the front of your mat. Breathe in to gain a little bit of length here. Find some lift. Exhale, fold and start to round it in. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach the arms up nice and high. Go up with the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands home to heart center. Plant your seat in. Inhale, lift the arms back up high. Exhale, crack at the elbows and let your chest open up towards the sky. Find a nice little back bend here. Inhale it back up, lift up. Exhale, fold over the legs. You can find a clasp with the arms if that feels good to open up into the shoulders. Breathe in to find that length again. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop the feet back. Inhale, come on up into the tippy toes. Exhale, bend into the elbows and let it come down halfway, chaturanga. And inhale, push back up into a high plank. Stretch your right arm towards the front of the room and see what that's like. And see where you have to adjust in your feet. Exhale, take it back down, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, fire it back up, left arm goes forward. Exhale, low plank, bend into the elbows. Now we roll it onto the tops of the toes, lift up into the chest, upward facing, go up. Exhale, take the hips back, downward facing dog. Right away, let the hips dip on over to the right hand side. Breathe it in back through center. Exhale, take it on over to the left. Breathe it in through center, find a breath, reset. As we start to cultivate this flame, start to cultivate our spirits, start to ignite from within, let yourself begin to heat up. And breathe in to look forward in between the palms. Exhale, step or hop it forward to the front of the mat. Breathe in to gain some length. Breathe out to fold. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach the arms up nice and high, go up with the back of the chest. Exhale, straight into the cracking of the chest open. Gaze up, maybe even find a mini back bend. Breathe in to lift it back up. Exhale, fold over the legs, maybe find a clasp if you want it. Yeah, then breathe in, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the palm straight to a low plank. You got it. Inhale, fire it back up. Right arm goes forward. Yeah, if you want it. Exhale, take it back down, low plank. It's always optional, right? Inhale, fire it back up. Left arm stretches forward. See what that's like to balance out through the body. Exhale, take it down, low plank. And then inhale. Now we hit our upward facing, go up. Exhale, downward facing, back it out. Awesome. Now, just like that, you dip the hips on over to the right. You come back through center. You dip the hips on over to the left. You start to take it and cultivate it into your own embodied experience. Maybe you pause in the middle for a breath or two. Let it reset. And then it starts to take on its own dance. It starts to go wherever is right for you today. Might even look like a child's pose the whole time. Or it might look like a handstand the whole time. Let yourself go where your body needs to go today. Maybe even allow the music to take you away into your presence. See what comes up. Left the windows open wide so I could hear you leave. I just made 2 cups of coffee. Drinking now. Livers, feel like you can crank the music a little bit and let yourself come into your own practice.
dressed in Margiela. Every line got
Make
a
the
count
breath
of
audible.
She wanna go
Let
diamond
it be
thriller.
a moving meditation.
She wanna hit the island of failure.
Maybe even closing the eyes here.
Depending on how you go about it.
Or
Yeah,
part of
we
your
could've
business.
took a cruise. Put you down
See what it's
for a
like to
second,
take
now
out
you
one of
in
the
the news.
sensations.
Girl, you wasn't hacked, you posted
Get
your
away,
own
you got it.
nudes. In my eyes, what do I see? I can never be alone. I just made 2 cups of coffee, but you're not here to drink now. Forgot you left before the morning. Guess I'll never know.
You know, the child's pose is always there for you at any time. If you need to come down to a state of meditation, if you need to be with your breath, if you need a moment, you're always welcome in that space. Go ahead and finish it up with a knee in a plank position or a downward facing dog. You feel that.
I just made 2 cups of coffee, but you're not here to drink now. Forgot you left before the morning.
Yeah, good job, Yogi. So strong. Let yourself find a downward facing dog, maybe a sip of water, maybe a plank pose starts to sneak its way into there. Yeah, and then as you feel ready, make yourself into a plank position. Find out the top of a push-up. And just start to see if you can round and almost find a cat position with the back as you push up that point in between the shoulder blades, in between your scapula up towards the sky. Then inhale, just find an opposite bending of the spine and maybe find a slight lift into the chest. Exhale, round it back in, push the mid back up towards the sky. Still staying in plank, strong core, sacrum maybe even tucked in just slightly. Inhale to find an opening into the chest. Exhale, last one, really round it in and push that mid back up towards the sky. Yeah, almost like a scapula push-up. Awesome. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it come down into the earth. Yeah, rest, reset. Need a vinyasa to flush that through. Feel free to take it and move through your vinyasa. We'll meet you in downward facing dog. Once you find your downward facing dog, settle back in with your breath. If your breath decided to get a little faster, you slow it down by just your own intention behind it. All right, now we start our sun salutation B. Inhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward between the palms. Exhale, step or hop it forward to the front of the mat. Yeah, nice. Breathe into halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Bend those knees, keep the hips nice and low, maybe the big toes kiss, and inhale the arms up towards the sky, Utkatasana chair pose. Strong pose into the legs, strong into the arms, finding a slight rotation of the pinkies up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, shoot the arms back and stay low on those legs. Good. Then maybe on your next inhale, the heels lift off the earth and the ankles squeeze together. So strong. Exhale, bring the heels back down. Plant your right foot and inhale the left knee up and towards your chest. Reach both arms up into the sky. Exhale, shoot your left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Come down onto your knee. Straighten through your front leg, your right leg, and find a half splits. Yeah, it might be smoother next time, who knows? But that's the first round where we're going. Find a little lift into the chest. Exhale, fold over that extended right leg. Kick into that heel. Hips come a little bit higher over that back leg. Awesome. Then inhale to unwind it. Bend into your front knee. Send your right arm back first, then the left arm up into the sky for a kneeling reverse. Yeah, nice big opening into the whole left side body. Even though we're twisted here, we're still finding an opening to the right and the left. All right, now we got a big movement as we find the back heel, the left heel plants down, and we unwind it to our arms to a T. Virabhadrasana, letter B, warrior 2. So see how we're all twisted up? It allows us to expand and open. And now we take a breath in to find a little bit of lift into the chest. Exhale, settle into that front leg and feel what it's like to explore into your hips. Awesome. Inhale to reverse it back. If you want, you can straighten that front leg if it might feel nice. Exhale, spin both hands down into the mat. Plant the palms. Take it through a vinyasa. Kick the feet back. Vinyasas are always optional. You don't have to flush it through, but it's just a cleansing way to move whatever just happened or didn't just happen through your body. Reset and down dog for a breath. Connect back in with your ujjayi. See what it's like to notice that breath in through the nose. And then we begin again. Inhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step it, hop it forward. Breathe in to gain some length, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold and round. Knees stay low, hips stay bent. Inhale, arms go high. Utkatasana. Exhale, settle a little bit, knee go into the legs. Take a breath in, reach up with the arms. Take a breath out, fire back with the arms. Chest stays proud. Maybe dip the chest a little bit lower, legs a little bit lower. Inhale, the heels might come off as the ankles squeeze together. Yeah, exhale, plant both feet down. Left foot plants this time. Inhale as you reach the right knee up and towards your chest. Hands come up into the sky. Exhale, shoot your right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Come back down onto that right knee. Straighten through the left leg. See what it's like to explore Ardha Hanuman here. You might find a little bit of an inhaling to lift up just slightly into the chest, gain some length, and that exhale folds you over that straightened left leg as you kick into the heel. And inhale, lift back up, bend into your left knee. Left knee is letting us know our left arm goes back first, then our right arm stretches towards the sky to let it twist and open up. Then we unwind it as the right arm spins back, root through your back heel, arms come out into a T, warrior two. Nice, good job, you guys. Inhale, find some lift in the chest. Exhale, deepens into the hips. Inhale to reverse it back. If you want to straighten the leg, if you want to catch the wrists, all options here. Exhale, spin it down, plant the palms, let it roll through. So strong, you guys. Vinyasa, once again, always optional. As long as you're here with your breath, you're here with yourself. And reset in your down dog for a big, giant breath in. Exhale, settle, let the heels come a little closer to the earth. We begin again. Inhale, bend into the knees, gaze forward. Exhale to step or hop it to the front of the mat. And breathe in to find length. Breathe out to fold. Breathe in to stand all the way up as the knees stay bent, Utkatasana. Exhale, arms go back, chest stays proud. Inhale to lift the heels. Exhale, plant both feet down. Left knee lifts up into the chest on a breath in. Exhale, shoot it to the back of the mat on a breath out, straight through your right leg, half split. Breathe in to find some length. Breathe out to find a fold. Inhale, bend back into your right knee. Spin that right arm back first, left arm goes high, kneeling reverse. Exhale to spin it open and open it up into your warrior two, settle deep. Breathe in, reverse it back, right arm goes nice and high. Exhale, spin it down, roll through your vinyasa. Awesome work, you guys. Reset, cleansing breath in, cleansing breath out. We begin again, inhale, bend into the knees. Exhale, step or hop it forward. Breathe in to gain length. Exhale, fold. Knees bend, inhale up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, arms back, stay nice and low. And inhale, the heels up. Exhale, heels down. Right foot is coming up into our chest this time. Inhale it up. It's okay if we mess it up too. Exhale, shoot the right leg to the back of the mat. Come on down to that knee and straighten through the left leg. Inhale to lift up into the chest. Exhale, half split. Left leg forwards reminds us our left arm goes back first. Send the right arm nice and high, in reverse. Exhale to spin it open and settle deep into your warrior two. Inhale to reverse it back in whatever way feels right for you today. Exhale to spin it down, plant the palms, take it through your vinyasa, straight back to downward facing dog. Reset. Connect back in. What's it like at this point for you in your practice? Does it feel hard? Start to heat up. We need water. Start to notice and study yourself on what you need for you. And then we begin again. Inhale to bend into the knees, gaze forward when between the palms. Exhale, step or hop it forward. Last time together. Breathe in to find some length. Exhale to fold. Inhale to your Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, arms back, chest proud. Inhale, maybe the heels float up. Exhale, heels back down. Right foot roots. Inhale, knee into the left knee into the chest. Exhale, shoot it back and straighten through your right leg. Breathe in to extend through the spine, gain some length, kick through your right heel. Exhale, fold over that straightened right leg. Inhale to spin it open, left arm nice and high as you twist it for your kneeling reverse. Exhale to open it up and settle into your Virabhadrasana, letter B. And inhale to unwind it. Exhale to send it down, roll it through. And just like that, it becomes yours. A moving meditation, a dance with yourself, a study of what the practice could unfold for you. It might even turn into a dance as part of it, as you let yourself explore, let yourself get lost in the music, let yourself be in your own practice. Let it ride. You do the same side a few times. Walk in circles afterwards, no worries. Strong. Let it be a moving meditation for you. Let it be a dance. Let it be whatever the hell you need today to connect you back into your presence.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. Think about you all the time.
We'll walk it one more time on the left side. And then once you balance it out between right and left, find yourself in a standing forward fold from your mat. No rush to get there. Let your practice be you.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell.
It needs to take its towel off. It needs to take a sip of water. If you need to come down and ground down for a second, let yourself ground down. We'll all meet in a standing forward fold at the top of our mat.
You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell. You stay on my mind, think about you all the time. Got to get to know you well. If you give, then I will tell.
Standing forward
You stay on
folds.
my mind.
Make yourself sway. Make yourself there whenever you find it. Maybe it sways a little side to side. Finds a little release in the mid-back region. Maybe you grab opposite elbows or grab behind the neck and let it sway. And then in your own time, take those peace fingers that you found in the beginning of class and start to wrap them around your big toes. Yeah. Padagustasana. So we inhale to lift up into the chest, straighten through the arms, just like you halfway lifted as you were coming up into your chair pose. And exhale, bend into the elbows out to the side and let yourself come closer to your shins. So the idea here is not that we have to touch our head to our shins, but we're elongating through our spine. So if that helps to bend the knees, that helps to bend the knees. If it helps to bend the elbows out to the side, sometimes that gives us a little bit of leverage to help pull our chest closer to those legs. Give it one more breath wherever you're at. Then exhale, release your big toes. Find a clasp of the arms behind your back. And then we release all that stuff that we've been hanging on to. I promised Tash you wouldn't have to do that together. So this is our Simhasana breath. This is where we get really out with anything that we need to let out. Find a clasp behind you. Let the arms come up overhead. And then when we exhale, we're gonna stick our tongues out and cross our eyes and just make some type of noise to let out anything that you might have been holding on to today, this week, whatever it is, all right? Let's all take a giant, huge breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, stick out your tongue. Let's go. Now release the arms. This time, step onto your palms as you place the top of your hands down for Padahastasana. Same thing here. Inhale up into the lift into the chest to elongate through the spine. And now exhale, fold and bend into those elbows out to the side and see if you can bring that chin a little closer to the shins. Legs can be a little further apart if that helps to find an opening into your hamstrings. Elbows can be out to the side. You might even find a little sway here in your forward fold. Forward folds are great for our nervous system. They let us know that we're cooling down. All right, then release the step of the palms. Find that clasp again behind your back, and maybe you take the opposite grip this time. All right, we know where we're going, so let's all take a cleansing breath in here together. Biggest breath you've taken all day. Exhale, Simhasana, let it out. Arms come down. If you want a vinyasa, it's yours. Otherwise, we'll meet you in downward facing. All right, now we're ready. Hey, you had some stuff locked in there, huh? Oh, yeah, if you want to kick it up in the handstand, it's all you. We're going there later, though, I promise. All right, downward facing dog. And find a settling. Maybe the heels come a little bit closer now. The back of the legs might feel slightly more open than they were before. And now we begin our Sun C. We'll build this one in chunks. We'll start with our right leg. Inhale our right leg up into the sky, nice and high. Kick up through the heel. Exhale, squeeze and round it in towards your nose. Maybe it touches the nose, maybe it doesn't. And then inhale it back up into the sky. Exhale, take your right knee, tap your right wrist, and let it come down into the earth. Then swing your right foot out in front of your left hip. And let yourself come into a pigeon pose. So your right foot comes out in front of your left foot. Inhale the chest up. You got it. Exhale, folds. Oh man, that's nice. A nice little juicy break in between all that movement. All right, we're not hanging out for too long though. So inhale, come back up with the chest. Swing onto your right hip. Let your left foot come all the way up and around to the outside of your right hip. And look at that, we're in a seated spinal twist. Left arm goes back behind us, somewhere near our sacrum. Inhale the right arm up into the sky. Exhale, take your right elbow and twist it outside your left knee. And the inhale breath takes your spine longer. The exhale breath twists towards that left shoulder, maybe even take the gaze over the left shoulder. All right, now is the tricky part. So your right foot is gonna stay rooted and you're gonna unwind all the way to the back of the mat. Your left leg is gonna go high into the sky for a down dog split. Yeah, little ninja move, awesome. And exhale, bend into your elbows and maybe give Mother Earth a little smooch. Yep, there's an arm balance there if we want it. Start to bend into that left knee. Come all the way up and over. Maybe you flip it, maybe you dip it. Maybe the flip dog is not in your practice today. You just stay there and open up into your hip. Wherever it goes, see if you want to find a breath in to lift the midsection up towards the sky or open up into that hip. Yeah, then exhale, spin it back around, plant your palms, roll it through vinyasa. Good work, you guys. Downward facing dog. Use this opportunity as a breath to reset and connect back in with yourself. And the back of the mat lets us know that we start with our left leg. So same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, squeeze and round it in. Maybe it touches the nose. Inhale it back up. Kick through your left heel. Exhale, left knee to right wrist or left wrist. Left foot comes out in front. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, fold for your pigeon. Yeah, and then let yourself surrender and enjoy a breath in here. And the breath out might even ground you down to the most grounded that you felt all day. And inhale to lift the chest back up, roll onto your left hip, swing your right foot to the outside of your left hip to find a cross into the legs. And plant your right palm behind you, inhale the left arm up. Exhale, take a twist to outside the right knee. Inhale, the spine elongates and the crown of the head reaches up. Exhale, look over that right shoulder and see if the spine twists a little bit more. Awesome. Then root into your left foot, unwind it all the way around, almost a 360-degree unwind. Plant the palms to the original front of the mat. Lift your right leg up into the sky. Exhale, bend into your elbows. Maybe Mother Earth gets a smooch. Yeah, inhale back up, bend into your right leg. Yeah, you can let it out if you need to. And then inhale, maybe it flips as you lift the hips up into the sky. Find an opening into the chest. Kick into those legs to extend and open into your back bend, and then roll it back over. Take it down through your vinyasa. We'll meet you in downward facing. All right, reset. Get your chance to rest in between. And now we add on a little bit. One breath, one movement on those first poses. A little longer on the new ones that we'll add on. Breathe in to reach your right leg up. Breathe out to take it in towards your nose. Inhale it back up. Exhale, take it in, tap the right elbow. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, pigeon to fold. And inhale right away, come on back up and send the right hip onto the ground, left foot outside right hip. Inhale to reach up with the right arm. Exhale to take your twist. Good. Then inhale to unwind it, other side, all the way back around. Or if that doesn't work, you unwind it any way you want. Find yourself in a downward facing dog with the left leg up into the sky on the back of your mat. Exhale, bend into the elbows. Yeah, inhale to bend into the knee. Let it flip over if it wants, just for a breath. See if you can find some opening there. Awesome. Exhale, spin it back around, plant the palms. And then send the left foot in between the hands. Plant it down, root to the outside edge of the back heel. Come on up through a star pose through center. Really extend up through the arms, straighten through the legs. Then exhale, start to bend into your right knee and find a skandasana towards the front of the mat. So it's a side lunge. The left leg can be straight. It can be a little bent. The right leg is bent in some form or fashion. And the right heel can either come up and they can stay high, or it can come down and you can go low. Awesome. Then inhale it back up through center. Rotate your chest towards the back of the mat. Bend into your left knee. Find a lightning warrior. Yeah, let your chest look forward. Let that right heel come up. Just find that straight line of energy from your right heel all the way out to the crown of the head. Awesome. And take a breath in here. Exhale, stand up into your left leg. Bring your right foot back near your butt and reach back with your right arm behind you. Left arm goes up into the sky. Exhale, dip it over for your dancer pose. So strong. Find your steady foundation on that left leg. Kick into that right hand. Exhale, let it spin down. Plant your palms, take it through vinyasa. No attachment to what happened or didn't just happen. Let it flow through. Meet you in downward facing towards the back of the mat. Once you get there, reset with the breath and let a big breath out. Let's try the left side. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, squeeze and round. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee comes down into the earth. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pigeon fold. Inhale, lift the chest back. Exhale, take your right foot outside your left hip. Breathe in to reach the left arm nice and high to the sky. Exhale as you take your twists. And inhale to unwind it back to the front of the room. Right leg goes high into the sky. Exhale, maybe you bend into the elbows and see what it's like to strengthen into those shoulders and those triceps. And inhale, maybe it starts to flip over. Hips might come down. And then it comes back around downward facing dog. Right leg goes up into the sky. Take a big breath in here. Kick out through your right heel. Exhale, send your right foot in between your palms. Then inhale up through center. Remember that big star pose, open up. Exhale, bend into your left knee towards the back of the mat this time. Find the Skandasana, side Buddha lunge, and opening into that left hip. You might even take your left elbow and push it into your left leg to see what that's like to find an opening. We're sitting a lot these days in quarantine. Can we open a little bit more into those hips? Yeah, really nice. Okay, inhale it back through center. Exhale, rotate your chest towards the front of the room, bend into your right knee, find a lightning warrior as you let the chest come forward, find that nice long energy line from that left foot all the way out through the crown of the head. Take a breath in here, and exhale, stand up into your right foot, left foot comes near the glute behind you, reach back with your left hand. Inhale as you reach up with the right hand, exhale, start to dip it and bend it over. One huge expansive breath in here as you kick into that left foot, and then exhale, release it down, roll through your vinyasa and kick it through. You guys are killing it. We're almost there. Wherever there is, you got it. If you need to let it out, let it out. How about we get a little fan going on? What do you think? All right, last 3 postures. And don't worry if you don't remember it. It's just fell out of my head this morning. I probably won't remember it tomorrow either, so it's all good. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, squeeze and round it in. Inhale high. Exhale through. Let yourself lift and up into the chest. Exhale, fold for your pigeon. And inhale, come on back up, roll into the right hip. Exhale, take your twists. Inhale to unwind towards the back of the room. Left leg goes high into the sky. Exhale, maybe you bring it closer to the earth with the chin. And inhale, if it wants to flip, it can. Exhale, spin it back around. And take a big breath in, let that left foot stretch up. Exhale, let it come in between your hands. Inhale up through your star pose. Nice, Elaine. Exhale, bend into your right knee and let it come down. And breathe in to come back through center. Exhale, lightning warrior towards the back. Chest proud, arms back. Inhale, stand up into your left leg, reach back with your right arm. Exhale as you start to dip it over with the chest. Awesome. Then release the foot and let the right foot come up in front of you. Exhale, bend into your left knee, right ankle on top of left knee for a temple dancer or one-legged chair. Yeah, there you go. Find your balance. Maybe find a steady drishti point, a steady gaze on that front wall. Hands can come to heart center here. And then look down at your right foot. It looks like it wants some company. So grab the outside edges of that foot, wrap your hands around it, and inhale to extend your right leg out in front of you towards the back of the mat. Whoa, look at you guys, so strong, towards your back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then just like we did in our forward folds, can you bend into the elbows and bring that chin a little bit closer to your chin? Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Then release the foot high into the sky. Right leg goes up. Palms plant down into the earth. Standing splits pose. Now, if it still wants a little bit of extra heat, maybe you have a wall in front of you. Or maybe you feel like just rocking a freestanding handstand. That left foot might want to kick back up into the air to meet the right. It's just an option. It doesn't have to go there. You can always stay in your forward fold. You can always come down to child's pose or anything that works for you. Give it one more breath wherever you're at. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Last time together on this left side once we get there. Downward facing dog. Reset with the breath and let a breath go. Nice. Inhale, left leg goes up. You got it. We're almost there. Exhale, squeeze and round it in. Inhale, high. Exhale, let the knee come down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pigeon pose. Breathe in, lift back up. Exhale, spin back around. Oh, we got a pup coming in. All right. Inhale to let the left arm come high. Exhale, take the twists. And breathe in to unwind it. Back to the front of our mat. Plant the palms. Right leg goes up into the sky. Exhale, let it come down into the earth. Inhale, let it flip over if it wants. You can bend into the leg. Awesome. Exhale, take it all the way back around and let the right leg go high into the sky. Take a big breath in. And let your foot come in between the hands. Inhale up through star. Exhale to your Skandasana towards the back. And inhale back up through star. Back towards the center, to the front of the room. Now lightning warrior, let the chest come, arms go back. Launch off into your right leg. Left foot is behind you, catches it with your hand. Exhale, start to dip it over for your dancer pose. Yeah, then let that leg swing all the way up in front of you and cross it on top of your bent right knee. You sink it down low, temple dancer. Awesome. Take a breath in here. Breath in grounds you down, settles a little bit deeper. Wrap your hands around that left leg. Inhale, extend, really kick into it. Use those arms to help you find a lift into the chest. Maybe help you bring that left leg a little closer to your chest. You got it. Good. Then release it back. Hands plant down into the earth. Yeah. It can always come into a forward fold if you want it. Maybe the leg kicks up for a handstand. And from there, it's whatever you want to make of it. It could just be the first three postures today. It could be a handstand the whole time. It can be a seated meditation the whole time. Let yourself play with it. Have some fun with it for the next couple minutes during the song will ride. Wherever you go, bring your breath with you. Let yourself find where your presence lies within. We'll see you on the other side. Doing great. Keep it up.
Mom.
You need to stop and dance it out. Stop and dance it out. It's all good. If you need to come down, you can always come down. Once you feel that you're complete on both sides, bounce it out on that left side and we'll meet you in a child's pose towards the original front of your mat. So strong. See what you can study and learn about yourself when the movement goes through you, when it starts to get a little hard, your body is heating up. What comes up? What do you notice? How do you show up? In any way that you want to find some rest, once you bounce it out on the left side, let yourself rest. It look like child's pose. Some crazies out there like to rest in the handstand. Could be a seated meditation. Anywhere that you can start to notice your breath. Nice job. All right, then we got this last little push. We're ready for it. That's what we've been doing this whole time, is stoking this fire. This last push is here with us. Let ourselves take into a downward facing dog. Reach that right leg up into the sky. We're almost there. You guys are doing so great. Bring your right foot to the front of the mat. Yeah, then inhale up through your star pose. And exhale, bend into both knees and let yourself squat down into the midline. Yeah, and then see if it starts to sway a little side to side as you let one heel come off the earth, the other heel come off the earth. And then start to take the hands back behind the head and reach the left elbow over to the left knee. Yeah, inhale through center, exhale, crunch the right elbow to the right side. And it just starts to sway a little back and forth. And maybe it sways to the beat, maybe it sways to your own beat. See where you can engage into the side that's contracting in. See where you can lengthen into the side that's opening up. One more each side, just start to feel the burn. Start to notice what it's like to awaken into our side body. Yeah, you guys are doing so great. Couple more, you got it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That's what I was close the eyes, maybe that even helps you connect back into the proprioception of what's happening in your body. Let that right elbow touch the right knee. Squeeze it in towards the left knee. And inhale up through center, reach the arms up nice and high. Good job. Right leg is forward, so the right arm is going to stretch forward, arms out to a two. Let your right arm come down to the right shin or to the outside or inside edge of the right foot, and the left arm goes high into the sky. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Yes, and we have a big opening up into here to our left side. You can open up into the left hip. You can even lean back a little bit, almost as if somebody that you care about has their heart or hand on your heart in the back. And then reach up with those left fingertips and ground down through your right side. Awesome. Then let that left arm come all the way to the front of the mat. Step your back foot up about a third of the way. Inhale to lift up into the chest. Square the hips towards the front of the room. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Okay, now here's the tricky part. You're going to take your hands and you're going to rotate your thumbs towards the front of the room. Yeah. And then you're going to take your hands back behind your right foot. Yep. And you're going to strengthen through your right leg and equally through your fingertips. And then squeeze your left knee in towards your nose as it floats. Whatever you need to balance there. And then that left heel comes up towards your butt, and you see if you can contract and round everything in for 5 of your strongest breaths yet. You got it. If you come out of it, you can always come right back into it. Use your hands as tripods to help you find that little extra grounding in such a strong, victorious pose. 2 more breaths together. You guys got it. Exhale as you squeeze that knee a little closer to the face. Good. 1 more. Exhale, squeeze. Yeah, nice. And launch it off into an airplane pose as you extend, just as a nice release here. You can even open up into a half moon if that feels good. You roll it through a vinyasa. Notice that there's 2 sides to every story. So once you find your downward facing dog, let your left leg stretch up into the sky. You got it. And we'll skip the goddesses on this side. So left leg goes up and high. Exhale, step it in between the palms. Inhale up through your star pose, straight into Utthita Trikonasana. So let the left toes turn out, right toes turn slightly in, arms out to a T. Exhale, bring your left hand down, either on top of your left shin to a block, to the inside edge of your foot, wherever you can find some grounding nature. Inhale the right leg up into the sky, or excuse me, right hand up into the sky. Now we start to open up into the right side. Find some length and opening into the back. Find a little lift into the right fingertips. Good job. And the slow music's on, so we better hurry up. Exhale, plant the right palm down. Let your hips square towards the front of the room. Hop that back foot in. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to fold. Oh, nice and juicy. All right, rotate your thumbs towards the front of the room. Bring your hands back and squeeze your right knee in towards your chest, your nose, wherever it wants to go. And now your 5 biggest breaths on this other side. So each breath is a new opportunity to see where you can explore into your body. somebody once told me that a good teacher never shows you where to look. They don't necessarily, they show you where to look, but they don't show you what to see. What do you see about yourself in this pose? Give it one more breath here. Exhale, let it release. If you want to open it up, open it up. Good work, you guys. You want to vinyasa that through, it's all you. Towel off, take a sip of water. The slow music is on. I can't do any more tricks for you guys. Once you find a grounded position, we're going to start to slow it down now. Inhale the right leg up into the sky. Exhale, bring your right foot outside your right hands. Let your back knee drop and swing your right arm back to catch the top of that left foot for a quad stretch. Just a slight opening here into the top of that left leg. It might feel nice after some of that squatting that we just did. Bring that heel close to your bum first and then let your body dip forward. Awesome, and release the foot back. Heel toe your left foot all the way to your left hand, your right foot all the way to your left hand, excuse me. Cross your mat and then let your knee drop down into the earth. We're familiar with this. We've been here before. This time we get to hang out of the net. Once you find a groundedness into your shin, use your fingertips to push your chest up. And start to just let yourself drape all the way forward and let it be nice and juicy for yourself. It might feel nice to begin to soothe your breath here. You might even open up the mouth and find a cooling breath for yourself. Where can you soften even more? A good teacher shows you where to look, not what to see. You're your own best teacher on what to see. Now, there once was this monk that decides to meditate alone away from his monastery, and he takes his boat out into the middle of this huge lake. He anchors it there, he closes his eyes, and he begins his meditation. After a few hours of undisturbed silence, this monk is a pro at meditation. He's able to sit there and completely be at peace. He feels like he's getting closer and closer each breath to enlightenment. And this few hours passes of undisturbed silence, and suddenly he feels this bump of another boat. Collides with his own. He suddenly starts to notice that these sensations of heat arise within him. He's beginning to get angry. It's coming from the inside, almost as if a fire is being lit within him. And by this time, he opens his eyes. We're still there. You're all good. He's ready to scream at whoever the heck bumped into him and caused his meditation to pause and caused him to feel these emotions that are coming up within him. Who dared disturb him during his meditation in the middle of the lake? He went all the way out there just so he wouldn't have to deal with any of these disturbances. Slowly bring yourself back up. And let that right leg go way up into the sky, maybe even bend into the knee to open up into the hip. If you feel like taking the full pigeon variation, king pigeon, that's up to you. And then we're just going to switch it out to the other side to balance it out. Find your downward facing dog and let your left leg go high into the sky. Exhale, bring your left foot outside your left hand. Drop your right knee and then reach back with your left hands. Oh. Yep, let's see. Reach back with your left hand, yep, with your right leg. And see if you can find the quad stretch or an opening into that side. Really good. And release the foot, let it land softly back down onto the earth. Heel toe that foot all the way across to your right hands. Let your left knee drape down into the earth. And then pin sense up onto your fingertips to find a lift into the chest. Exhale, let yourself be really, really heavy over the front of your leg and fold. Both sides are very different. The left side is known for more of the feminine energy. So sometimes if we're holding on to some emotions that we haven't let go of, they get stuck in this side. See what it's like for you. So the monk opens his eyes and he's a little bit dumbfounded. He sees this empty boat. It probably got untethered and floated in the middle of a lake somewhere completely by accident. At that moment, the monk achieves his own self-realization through his Svadhyaya, his self-study. He understands that the anger is within him the whole time. It merely needs that bump of an external object to provoke it out of him. And from then on, whenever he comes in to cross some type of situation or somebody that irritates him, something where he feels that fire start to build up inside of him, he reminds himself of the person is merely an empty boat on the other end. The anger is the emotion or the feeling that's simply passing through him. That's what this yoga begins to uncover. That's what we're doing each time we step on our mats. We're noticing a little bit more about ourselves on how we can respond versus react. Slowly let the chest come up. And if you want to stretch the leg into the side in the sky, you can. If you want to swing on to the left hip, you can. If you want to take a king pigeon for a breath or two, let yourself go there. And we'll slowly start to make our way onto our butt. Swing the legs out in front of you. Find a groundedness into the back of the legs as you kick through the heels and inhale the arms up into the sky. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, folding over the straightened legs, forward fold just on our mats this time. So a little bit more of a cooling variation. And it might feel nice to reach around for the feet. It might feel nice to let the palms just drape up by the sides of the feet. See where your body wants to go today. Really nice. Now with each breath, we can observe, we can learn, we can unfold the love that we already have within us. We're amazing, endless spiritual beings on this human experience. This conscious presence behind the being body. And slowly let yourself come all the way up and then rock it on to the back. If you need to balance it out on the twist or legs up the wall or anything that's calling to you for the final moments of your practice, let yourself go there. And Instagram livers, we're about to lose you at an hour. So thank you so much for joining. Enjoy your Shavasana. We'll see you next week. Zoomers, I'll hang on with you if you want. And let your palms reach up. Get your back body settled in. The benefits of your practice begin to deepen. Final rest. on your side tonight. And it feels right to stay. Allow yourself to stay. The night is calling. Begin to connect back in with yourself and your presence by deepening the connection to the breath. Going slow. Studying what's within. In your own time, allowing the arms and legs to reach in opposite directions. Maybe it starts to squeeze in as you give yourself a nice, big, juicy hug. Roll on over to any side that suits you. Press yourself up into a simple seat, Sukhasana. Allowing the eyes to stay softly shut if they can. And bringing the hands towards heart center. Giving yourself a slight bow in. That was the great teachings in the great holy book of the Bhagavad Gita that said that yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Open the palms up and send out a little bit of your own self out into the world, out into the ethers, sending this new high vibration of your elevated consciousness. And sealing the palms back at the heart, maybe raising them up to the third eye center, that place right in between your eyebrows. Thank you so much for joining, yogis. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you, Tay, for practicing. See you soon. Namaste. Peace out, homies. Thanks for joining.